하나, 둘, 셋. 원앤밀렛. 안녕하세요. 원CTT입니다. So tonight we're going to be talking about something a bit more serious compared to my previous videos. And I'm sure all of you know by now that JYPE Entertainment has announced that Mina will be officially out of the lineup for the rest of the TWICELIGHTS World Tour. And I thought I'll just address some of the issues that are surrounding this, and yeah, this is just some of my really honest opinions here. This is entirely unscripted. I do have a couple of bullet points that I prepared here, so I just hope that I get to go through all these. First and foremost, my thoughts and prayers are with Mina. As we all know, mental health is just as important as physical health, and I think just looking at JYPE Entertainment's statement, we can kind of surmise that Mina's condition is fairly severe. I mean, if you have read the statement, firstly it states that she now suffers from this sudden extreme anxiety and insecurity. And for him to use the word extreme, I think is an idea of how severe this might be. And the very fact that she's going to be missing not just the Singapore leg of TWICELIGHTS, but also the entire world tour, does imply that she does need some time. And well, from a medical perspective, I mean, just looking at what JYP talked about in the statement, where about anxiety and insecurity. I mean, this at the mildest, it could be something like a panic attack, or like an adjustment disorder, for instance, that could be triggered off by something. But it could also be clinical depression. We have no idea. We have no further information to rely on. And as we know, mental illness, like any other illness, physical illness, needs time, and she needs all the rest that she can get, all the therapy, trial of medications, support from her family, from TWICE members themselves. This is going to take time. It is not something that can be fixed in just one night. And I hope that the mature ones around us will give Mina the space and the time that she needs to get all the help that she can get. Which is why I'm advocating in the title of this video, instead of Get Well Soon Mina, the hashtag is now Get Well Mina, because we really want her to take all the time that she needs. She may be on a long hiatus or break for the time being, and we don't know when she's going to be back, but during this time we're just going to remember her, and we're going to love TWICE still and show her all our support. And I think that's the best that we can do. Next up, there have been several allegations about JYP just working their artists to the bone, and I think we all remember Jonghyun when she did that V Live, and she was crying in front of fans because I think it was during the Dome tour in Japan, and everyone was just really worn out, and she just felt really bad that she couldn't, show a smiley face to Onces, and she felt bad that she couldn't really help out the other members, even though everyone was just so exhausted. And there's always been this worry that JYP is just working our girls too hard, and whether or not Mina's current illness is a result of that. We really would know for sure, to be very honest. And we all know Mina's been struggling with a knee injury ever since the start of the year. She was in Hawaii, she was limping, even in between TWICELIGHTS, and that could really be a trigger. And we know she's been a ballerina for so many years, and that's a result of chronic wear and tear and injury, and we don't know if that's a trigger. And I just think that it's probably not the wisest thing to put the blame on JYP, or to accuse him of not taking care of our girls, or just milking them for the money that they bring in. I'm not sure if you've read, but if you have time tonight, go check out JYP 2.0. This is a new initiative that JYP himself came up with the construction of a new JYP building. And I think it's a very impressive vision, and under one of the points it talks about how JYP also looks after not just the physical but also the mental health of its artists. JYP has recruited psychiatrists and psychologists who will be there on hand to settle any problems that they may have at work. They have counselors in place to speak to them and to turn them to the relevant agencies should they need any further help. So, well, I mean, of course, this is a statement that he released, and as for how well it's enforced, we will never know. But I think there are measures in place, and the very fact that JYP himself has chosen to take Mina out of the TWICELIGHTS schedule for the time being until the near foreseeable future, I think that in itself speaks volumes about how he's willing to not sacrifice any of the TWICE members' health, rather than have them go for concerts and continue on their schedules. So I think he's doing the right thing, and he's taking necessary precautions here. I think it would not be right to just place the blame entirely on him. There probably are issues that Mina is going through herself that we may not be aware of. So that's that. Next up, I'm going to address this new hashtag that I've seen today. It's called 9 or None. So I get where this is coming from, that yes, TWICE are 9 members, or we call them the OT9, the 1 through 9. And just to have one member missing is that just isn't TWICE anymore. And I get where this is coming from, and I agree. I mean, I was on the way home just now, I was listening to Yes or Yes, and it begins with Mina's iconic part. And it made me sad because, yeah, it just wouldn't be the same without Mina, or well, any of the other members for that matter. And I think it's a nice sentiment to have, but taken to extremes. So we have people who have bought tickets for TWICELIGHTS Singapore, TWICELIGHTS LA, and they're selling tickets simply because they have heard that Mina's not coming along for the trip. And I really have to, I mean, I'm not judging, but I have to say I disagree with such an action, and it shows extreme disrespect for TWICE as performing artists. And I mean, what are you implying here? First and foremost, you're saying that you'd rather have Mina here performing despite the illness, which I think is completely wrong. An artist's health, she's human like any one of us, and health is always the number one priority, and that takes precedence over anything else. And to say that you wanted her to perform even when she's sick, oh, you paid good money for this, and I came to see Mina and she's not there, so I'm going to sell away my ticket. I think that's highly irresponsible. That doesn't give Mina the kind of support or love that she deserves. And I think more than that, the 8 members that are still coming to perform and they're doing it for onces. Do you not think that the 8 of them are feeling worried, burdened? Do you not think that the 8 of them would want to just go back? They would leave in a heartbeat to just be beside Mina, just to tide her through this difficult time, through her illness. Do you not think that they would want to do that? But they're doing this. They're coming over to perform for us with smiles on their faces simply because they love us onces. Not for any other reason. And imagine how they would feel if people start boycotting the concert per se, or just selling away their tickets, and they're just not turning up for the concert venue. It would be really saddening for all of them. You remember how when Jihyo was missing because of an injury, when she wasn't around for TWICE TV 5 in Switzerland, and every member, every single day, there isn't any episode where someone isn't saying, I miss Jihyo, I wish she were here, and it was just for that short trip, but even then her absence was just felt so keenly. So don't you think the 8 of them are already feeling the kind of pain and to be separated from Mina during the time when she needs her most? Do you not think that they want to be with her, but yet they're performing for us? So wouldn't the best thing be for us to be there for the remaining 8 members, to show our support and love for them, to scream our lungs out, to sing with them, and to let them know that they're loved and that they've come here not in vain, but because onces love them and onces are behind them all the time. So for those of the fans who have decided to sell the tickets away, I disagree. I have no respect for that action, and that's something I would never do. But I would go down for TWICELIGHTS as I am this Saturday, and I'm going to be screaming my heart out for the remaining 8 members and for Mina, and she's going to be remembered. I'm going to remember her parts when they come up in the songs. I'm going to be singing them out loud because I know she would have loved to be there if she could. So my last point, it pertains to all those going for TWICELIGHTS, whether it's Mexico, LA, in the US, or even Singapore this coming Saturday. And I think there's been an initiative going around on Twitter that everyone's gonna get their candy bombs and turn it to mint green during afternoon in support for Mina. And well, I don't know if she'll actually see that, but I think that's a great show of solidarity that we as a fandom, we're not here to diss TWICE, we're not here to give up on TWICE when just one member is ill and is missing, but we're here in full force. We're going to be screaming our lungs out, we're going to be singing along, we're going to be crying along with them, because that's what a fandom does. This, TWICE have done so much for onces. This is our time as a fandom, as onces, to stand up, to make our voices be heard, to just be behind Mina and be behind TWICE as well. Just because one member is missing, we're going to be behind them. We're going to love them, and we're going to show our utmost support for them. So, well, this is just a brief video. These are just some of my thoughts about Mina's leaving the lineup for the time being, and I just think that we as a fandom can do so much more to show our support for them and not, ditch them in their time of need. So let's enjoy ourselves at the concert. Let's just be behind TWICE, and let's give them all the love that they deserve. And if you can, change your hashtag to #GetWellMina, because we really want her to have all the time. Well, of course, we hope it's sooner rather than later, but we hope that she has all the time that she has to rest, to recuperate, to get the therapy that she needs, to be with those people around her who matter to her, and to just, get better. We want her to take all the time that she needs. So thank you for listening. I hope you've gained something from this video. Thank you.